Hi friends, this is Susan Smith with Stamp Creatively, and I am going to show you some paper pumpkin alternatives. I got my paper pumpkin in the mail. I was super excited about it. This is the February paper pumpkin. You can't get this anymore, so if you don't currently have this one, you can sign up for a paper pumpkin and you can get this next month that has stencils as a free bonus. On this side it gives you, it shows you how they did some paper pumpkin alternatives with the celebration set. So they always come with flyers and great instructions. As always, the cards are fabulous. So they always give you plenty of instructions inside. On the back they have how they created the cards specifically, and then they give you 3 alternatives. So I'm going to give you some different alternatives. I didn't put any words on mine because sometimes I like to have a stash of no word cards. The first one I'm going to show you is done with this beautiful paper. They always give you cards with some fabulous matching envelopes. So we have some great matching envelopes that have liners in them. In the kit, it comes with a set of words. There's embellishments. It had a Mossy Meadow spot that came with it. There's some twine. There are some adhesive back rhinestones. The stamp set had this large bouquet in it that we're going to use. Some small flowers. The words are sorry for your loss and I'll always be there for you. And then an inside sentiment of sharing in your sorrow, thinking of you, and wishing I could be there to hold your hand. So it has some great words. I'm going to wait and put my words on later because I never know what I'm going to do. So when I store my cards, I'll store this with it and the stamp set so that I can add these tags to it really quick. Okay. So let me show you what I did. I started off with this. I love the cardstock. It's not, we always have printed cards. So there are standard size card with white on the inside. So it's not our solid cardstock. So that makes it a little bit different. But what I did here, I'll show you a couple tips and tricks and then you don't need to see me assemble the whole card. So what I did here was I just folded this one in half. It comes with sheets of little punch outs. These aren't adhesives, they're little punch outs, and so I wanted to make sure I used it all. On this one, I used the flower. I used this tag of cute little polka dots, and I'm going to go ahead and notch the end, and I notch the end by going in a little bit, and I put a little tail on the end. That's just a quick way to do it. I'm going to add this here. I dimensional this on. I added some of these to the card. Here's the finished card. This bouquet stamps beautifully, and I changed the ink. I wanted to give you an alternative to the Mossy Meadow, so I used the Merlot, the Mary Merlot ink on mine. I don't need to turn that upside down. You're looking at it upside down. So there is my alternative. And I'll take pictures. It'll be in here so you can see them a little bit closer. But this again stamps beautifully. It was an easy stamp with the again I used the Mary Merlot. It just stamps really, really pretty. So I stamped there. I added my flowers and leaves. These come separate, but on a block I love to put them all together. So I put the leaves and the flower together, so when I stamp them they're all together. I don't need to add those on separate blocks. So I added those, and then I added this, and I added my words. I'll tell you a little tip and trick about the words. What I found was you get a sheet of words. They have several different languages on them. So I went around and cut out the language that I wanted. So I cut it out, and then I used my piercing tool and took out all of these little pieces so that it just peeled off easier when I went to adhere it to the front of my card, so that it looked like this when I was all done taking it out. So then I can just pull it off and adhere it straight to the front of my card. After I adhered it to the front of my card, I took a clear block and just kind of burnished over the top of it so it would stick. Here, let me show you just real quick. I have all these pieces right here. I can just show you real quick. I wasn't going to, but it'll just make it easier for you. Because someone watching this is going, what the heck is she talking about? I'll put this over here. Another one down here. Oh my gosh, it stamps so pretty. Oh, I didn't think you'd be able to see my sweatshirt sleeves. That's what I get for reaching up here. So I am a grandmother of boys, so yes, I have on my Spider-Man sweatshirt. So then this just pulls off because I got all of those reversed pieces out. And then when I lay it down, I'm going to lay it down and take my block and just kind of burnish it down. You could use a bone folder, you could use all kinds of things. Super simple and looks adorable. I put this little guy on with a dimensional, because this comes with dimensions. So when I go to send this card, this is perfect for me to add that little sentiment to if I want to. So that's alternative project number 1. Here's alternative project number 2. So I folded the cardstock just a little bit different. And then I added the vellum on the inside. Okay, not hard. Let me show you how I did it. I took this and just folded it in to match the score line that's already there. So if somebody turns my card over, they're going to be able to see that there's kind of a score line there. That's okay. I could always, if I wanted to, put a piece of cardstock on the back. You know, I could trim this a little bit and mount it on the back. So what I found, because this isn't our solid cardstock, that I got a little bit of a white edge on some of this. So let me go, I just tapped it. I'll move this over here. I tapped it on my Mary Merlot pad to kind of take, so you can see this side. You can see the white. This side you can't. So that's how I did that. I stamped my pretty flowers on the front again, the bouquet. On the inside, I took a piece of Mary Merlot cardstock and just snuck it right in here. And then I took the vellum that comes in the kit. The Mary Merlot does not come in the kit. I just cut a piece that I happen to have here. And you could use any color. It doesn't matter. I just wanted a different color behind here. So you can see the gold in the vellum. It looks lovely. Then I popped out my bouquet of flowers. Here it is. Added to the front, took some of the twine. The end project is this. Oh my gosh. If I could remember not to turn it around. I turned it around for a while and then I figured out how to flip my camera. I keep trying to turn it around. So I thought that came out real pretty. And then you can write on the vellum, or I could always take a piece of one of those little tags and just put a small sentiment on the inside, whatever I felt like doing. But you can write on the vellum. You just want to use a permanent marker, leave it open for a while so it dries. This is project number 3. And again, I folded it a little different. I took this card, I folded it down this way and scored it. And then I folded it back, leaving a smidge of white. Okay, and then this crease kind of gave me that edge that I talked about before. So I went ahead and tapped it in my Merlot ink again, just to kind of take care of that white edge. I took this beautiful foil doily and I ran it through an impression folder. Any impression folder will do. So this is the alternative to that one. I took some of the gold foil that I just happened to have at home. I put some gold foil on the top. This is impressioned. And then you can just see I stamped those beautiful bouquet of flowers across the bottom in the Merlot. There's your paper pumpkin alternatives for February. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'd turn the camera and show you my snowy outside, but my fear is that you would see my whole Spider-Man sweatshirt and you might not love it as much as I do. So you have a fantastic day. I'll put pictures on here and I hope to stamp with you again soon. Have a good one. Bye.